Hey there, it's my Vinyl Monday today, and I've got the M's, I've got all the M's from my vinyl collection. This is by far the largest letter of the alphabet vinyl that I've got. If you can see there, that's how many I've got. That hurts my arms, that's heavy. Oh. Alright, so yeah, it's quite a lot to go through today. So I shall have a little look at them and let you know what I think and what I can remember. Macabre! This one's got quite a funny story to it, actually. This one I bought, I can't remember why I bought it or anything, sounds right, or sounds familiar, like a second-hand record shop. I bought this and I spent about at least a couple of months playing it on the wrong speed. I'm sure I played this at the wrong speed, actually. Yeah, it's a 45. It's a 45, and because of the size of it, I think I was playing it as 33 for quite a while. I think I recorded it on tape as a 33, thinking, yeah, this is really nice and chunky sounding. It sounds good. I put it on 45 when I realised it was a 45. I thought, fuck me, this is really fast and high and weird, which it is. And so this album, I can safely say to you, sounds equally as good on 33 revs per minute as it does on 45 revs per minute. Trust me on this. If you've got this album and you've been playing it on 45s, because it looks like it should be a 33 by the size of it, because this size are always traditionally a 33 RPM. But this one is a 45 RPM, just to catch out silly twats like me who don't read the small print properly. But try it on 33 RPM if you haven't already, okay? Because you'll like it probably. It's got a good chunky sound to it when you play it on 33. Not like me, who's gone very shrill all of a sudden. Anyway, more Macabre. Macabre, of course, being the kings of I don't know, serial killer grind death metal. Bloody good stuff. I saw them at the it was the Marquee. I'm missing the Marquee, I don't know, 92 or something. I have no idea when it was, 92, 93. And I was pissed, so I spoke to one of the guys, Corporate Death or something, I can't remember who it was. I said, hey man, why don't you do some songs about English serial killers? And he said, we have got English serial killers. Mary Bell, she was English, and some other one that they did songs about that I didn't know was an English serial killer. But yeah, so they do. They serial killers from all around the world, Macabre. Macabre. You can say macabre if you like, but I'm pretty sure it's macabre. It's a stupid word. Macabre is a stupid word because you look at it and you think it should be macabre, but it's not. It's macabre, apparently. I mean, you can fucking say macabre. I don't give a shit. What's that smell? Has something died? The landlord thought that it was coming from outside. Well, yeah, on the back of this album cover, I don't know if this was done in the record shop I bought it from, or it's done in customs, but it's like little blacked out bits. I don't know if that's actually like properly been censored, or was it like that on the album? It was meant to be like that, or did I get some kind of censored copy, or was it censored later? But yeah, I don't know what it's supposed to have been behind the black bits. Probably bits of human meat or something. But it definitely looks like it's been censored, rather annoyingly. And of course, at the front there, you've got a nice collage of serial killers throughout the ages. I'm actually doing a serial killer themed show on my podcast in a couple of months, so I'll have to dig out something by Macabre. Either be the Vampire of Dusseldorf, because that's got a good catchy rhythm to it, or What's That Smell, because it's got a cool chorus, as you just heard me singing. Not so good. The chorus is good, but I was singing it badly, is what I meant. Right, yeah, Machine Head. They came out. The ex-guy from Violence before. Oh yeah, give that a try. Kind of liked it for a while, actually. It's got a few but then after a while you think, I don't know. And then I didn't bother buying any more albums by then, put it that way. But this first one, quite cool one on the initial few listens before it got a bit like, it's a bit tedious actually. Yes. No, this is not tedious in the slightest. Malevolent Creation. Is this got, Brett Hoffman is the guy who just died, isn't he? The singer who just died recently, like a couple of months ago. I'm sure that's definitely, I hope I'm not mixing it up. I know what my brain is, and I wouldn't like to say someone's dead who's not, but I'm pretty sure it was him that died of, was it pancreatic cancer or something? Which is a shame. Saw them at the Walthamstow Royal Standard. I think it was these guys with Pestilence in a tiny little pub. Well, it's a reasonable sized pub, but that was a fucking awesome bloody night it was. It's unfortunately it was back in the day before I was videoing gigs. I so wish I'd been videoing gigs back in the day, even though it would have been it would look shit because it would have been a shitty old camera. But at least it would have, it would be something there fucking for people to look at on YouTube, and for me to look at and go, yeah, fuck me, that was cool. But I remember it being a fucking awesome gig anyway. I think one of the bands that I played I showed you on my vinyl last week, Impaler. I think they might have been Support. I can't remember now though, but I'm not sure what year it was, 93, 90, I don't fucking know. I'm sure, I know they played lots of this album. Well, there's an Ex-Malevolent Creation album. I think Testimony of the Ancients had just come out by Pestilence. It was the Testimony of the Ancients tour, I think. Surprised they played at such a small venue as a Standard. You'd think they'd be at the Marquee or something, but it was fucking kick-ass. Really fucking good gig. I just wish I had some mementos or some fucking photographs or fucking anything of it, but I never really took photographs really much back in the day, which is a shame. Anyway, Retribution, another good album. More Malevolent Creation, because they're a fucking good death metal band, one of the best. Fucking awesome on a stick. Yeah. Good artwork as well as always. Right, this is a bit of a weird one. This is one of the ones I've picked up from a blinky second-hand shop. I thought, oh, I'll give that a try. I think it had been reviewed. It's kind of like a rocky kind of thing. I don't mind it, actually. At the time, I had a lot less vinyl, a lot less records full stop, so I ended up getting a lot more plays than it would have done. I haven't played it again in fucking years. I mean, I had one or two okay tracks on it. Quite silly. But yeah, it wasn't too bad. Mallet Head. Yeah, why not? Mallet Head, and then Manowar. At one time, my favourite band. After Iron Maiden, these became my favourite band, I think. First album I think I got was Hail to England was the first album I got by them. I think I'm pretty good. I don't think I've got any Manowar on a CD, so everything I've got here is all the Manowar that I had. I think after Kings of Metal, that was it. They'd played themselves out for me, and yeah, I got a bit tired of them. After that, they weren't heavy enough for me. Too much fucking... Grandfather, tell me a story! Fuck off! Play a fucking song! Cunts. Here we go, Hail to England. This is a fucking prime bit of fucking vinyl. This is an awesome bloody album. Recommend this to anyone's collection. It's full on fucking heavy metal tracks. Great stuff. And this was the last one I got. I think this one didn't appeal to me as much. As well as having that fucking Grandfather Tell Me a Story bollocks on it. I think it's on this one. Yeah, also, I had my stereo at the time. I think one of the fucking speaker channels was out. And on this is a lot of like going backwards and forwards from fucking one speaker to another, and I think my speaker channel wasn't working, so I just had fucking gaps or blanks, and it was like, what's going on here? This is fucking stupid. So I think it may not have been the fault of Manowar. It might have been my stereo that maybe not enjoyed that one quite so much. But that's when I saw them live. The only time I saw them live, actually, I think it was '89. I just found this fucking in the middle of my records, don't know what that's about. Yeah, they were good. Toranaga they played, and Sabbath, I think. Toranaga, Sabbath, and Manowar. That was a fucking gig and a half. This album here, I don't even remember having, to be honest. The Triumph of Steel. I don't even remember buying that. I certainly don't think I listened to it a great deal. This is quite annoying, actually. Was it Hector? I'm looking at one of the tracks on the back of this. I recently did a show where I was trying to find a song to go with a theme, and I think Hector was the name I was looking for. And I couldn't find it anywhere, anything with Hector in the name. But it may not have been Hector, though. But then I just looked at it, might have been a different name. But on the back of this, they've got Hector's Final Hour and Death, Hector's Reward. And I'm thinking, shit, I could have played something off of this for the Hector. So it might not have been that name. No, it wasn't that name. I think it was Horace, not Hector. That doesn't matter then, does it? I'm talking bollocks anyway. Right, Mask. Yeah. Memories of this, absolute none whatsoever. The Dead of Night. I think they might have played in locally a few times. They're an English band, I believe. I think they might have played down the Standard. Maybe I picked it up then, or I've no idea. But looking at it now, I don't know why I bought it. But obviously, I was a bit more open with trying stuff out in those days, I suppose. I saw it, I thought it looks vaguely metal. I picked that up, and yeah, I don't think I ever particularly played it, to be honest. There you go. Let's just show you the people on the back. Looks like there's a female singer. Although it says backing vocals. Lead and backing vocals, yeah. So female fronted, rocky kind of band. Yeah. Can't say it rings any bells. Oh, fucking nose is playing me up. Massacre. awesome fucking death metal band. This is an awesome slab of vinyl. If you're into buying vinyl, you haven't got this in your collection, you like death metal, then you're failing in life if you don't have this amongst your vinyl. Good bloody stuff. Oh, sorry about the sniffing. And then another awesome bit of Massacre. I think this is an EP, isn't it? Yeah. Got a cover of it on Warhead. Is it a Kiss song, Warhead? I'm not too sure. It's a good cover anyway. Probably better than the original. From Beyond. Is that on this one? I don't know why I've sung it. No, it's not. It's the last one was From Beyond, but I just it popped into my head. Right, this is a cool one as well. Bit of Czech black metal. Master's Hammer. Now, I don't have any more Master's Hammer. This is the only one of those I ever owned, actually. And I know they've had quite a change of styles. I had another, actually, I did have another one, but it weren't black metal at that time. There was some kind of experimental fucking weird shit. It was called Slagry or something, and it had weird fucking stuff. There was a one track, I remember, it was like an old rock and roll singer's song, slowed down, with like some scratching going on around it. It was really, or some fucking weird beat going on behind it. It was not metal at all. It was shit. I sold it on eBay years ago. But I'm trying to work out. This is called the Feminist Occultist with an F at the beginning, which I think makes that the rare one, doesn't it? Because it's not supposed to be the Geliminist Occultist, and the first pressing was put out wrong with an F for the Feminist Occultist. My one is the Feminist Occultist anyway, on the spine. I don't know if that makes a difference. I can't even know if you can see that. But I think it was supposed to be the Geliminist Occultist, and it would come out as the Feminist Occultist on a couple of early pressings or something. It could be the other way around. Maybe it was the Feminist Occultist and it came out as I think it was the way around that I said though. But it hardly fucking matters. I don't suppose it means it's worth anything. Right, this is Mean Streak, an all-female thrashing band. They've got some bloody good songs actually. I think this is the only album they had out, but it's well worth picking out if you like some good thrash. They fucking deliver the goods. These girls, definitely. I don't know if they ever went on to anything else. I'm sure I remember reading that one of the singer or the guitarist was married to someone else from a big metal band, but I can't remember who it was now. Yeah, 80s hairdos on the women on the back there. Quite terrible. Well, I'll have to crack on because my battery's running out. I've got stacks loads to go. Merciless. This is the Swedish Merciless, I believe. Weren't they the first album on what's that bloody label that I think it was Euronymous' label, wasn't it? I think these were the first release on it. Death Like Silence or something, I can't remember now. Sure they were the first on one label, but it doesn't seem to be this record anyway, and I'm probably remembering it wrong, so who cares? Look it up if you care. Alright, of course, some Megadeth. This can't be the first Megadeth album I've got. Where's the oh, they seem to be mixed up actually. Right, let's just do it as I've got it here. So Megadeth is there, in the wrong place. Then we have the French Merciless with a Y. I think they had to change it to Merciless with a Y. These guys are still going. They had an album out again recently. Or it was a re-release of an album. I played it on my show actually. But they're a bloody good band as well. I'm just going to put that Megadeth in the right place while I'm going along actually. So here we go. Now we're into Megadeth properly. So we've got Kill Is My Business and Business Is Good. Then we got this one where it should have been. Peace Sells but Who's Dying. So Far So Good So What. I bought this one because I knew they were playing at Monsters of Rock back in '88. I hadn't heard about them before that point because I made them play at Monsters of Rock and it was my first gig. I got back albums by all the bands that were on that bill, and yeah, Megadeth I fell in love with, of course. Can't beat a bit of bloody thrash. Then we have some technical kind of thrashings by Mekong Delta. This is is it the music of Eric Zahn, this one? Yeah, the music of Eric Zahn. Of course, Lovecraftian, named after a H.P. Lovecraft story. It's a good story as well, actually. Cool concept. More Mekong Delta. I can't remember the name of it. I'm going to have to look at it. Something, the Principle of... Is it the Principle of Doubt? Yeah, the Principle of Doubt. I remembered it! I was trying to read it like in the reflection on the camera as well, but I failed. Yeah, good technical stuff. Malaya Rage. What's this sticking out of my below? It's the actual inside cover. Many blessings upon me. Yeah. Yeah, I told you I had a cold, didn't I? Yeah, Malaya Rage. They're a cool band. I like Malaya Rage. I bought quite a lot of their albums actually. Really highly recommend them. Cool, fresh band. This is the second album, I believe, and I've got like 3 or 4 on CD as well. They weren't really being spoken about though, because like thrash had kind of died down. They kind of, to be honest, they're not really thrash anymore. They're just like good heavy metal kind of thing, good mid-paced heavy metal, but they're all good. Good stuff. They got Death Valley Dreams. I remember seeing it in a magazine, but not like being properly advertised. It's like a little side advert. It wasn't being like spoken about in the reviews or anything like that. It wasn't on a big label or anything. I think they were just advertising themselves. And I thought, oh yeah, I'll fucking have that. And I bought a couple of more for them as well. Alright, so Memento Mori, this is. Messiah Marcolin. I saw these guys with Messiah doing I think it was an all-day. Edge of Sanity was one of the bands on the bill. I think Necrophobic, UK kind of grindy band, were on the bill as well. I think that was the one. And Messiah everyone was, you fat bastard, and Messiah, and he's fucking smacking, he's pulling his shirt up and slapping his stomach, saying, can't remember what he said. Meshuggah, yeah, bought this album. I think it's their first one. Not my cup of tea, thank you very much. Boring. Even though they're too technical for my taste, too fucking wanky fucking whatever. I don't know, he never grabbed me whatsoever. Messiah, think these are German. Kind of death thrash. Pretty good stuff actually, I quite like these. I can't remember them too well now, but at the time I remember liking them. Metal Church, right, not bad. Couple of cool tracks on it, kind of like heavy metal thrash, but this album has the honour, I wouldn't really call it the honour, what's the curse, I would say, of having one of the most boringest songs in the history of music on it. I really fucking hated this song, Anthem to the Estranged. Bored me fucking shitless. It's about 17 minutes long or so, I don't know. Boring as hell. What happened in those days, before no CD Walkmans or anything, so I would put my vinyl onto tapes and compilations, and every time this track would come up, because you couldn't fast forward it very well, it would just be so boring listening to the whole bloody song. It was like, oh, I hate this song, I hate it. Right, Metal Duck, I showed you their split of Lawnmower Death last week. This is their album, Auto Ducko Destructo Mondo. Yeah, kind of like a punky, grindy, thrash compilation. Metal Massacre 4. There you go. It's got a few bands on here. I think I picked this one up in the shop and never actually got around to playing it, to be honest. I don't think it's even... I don't remember now. I don't remember any of the bands on here. But anyway... Metal Messiah, a UK thrash band. Honour Amongst Thieves. They were pretty cool. They reformed a few years back, played with Virus and Lawnmower Death, I think, but then they've split up again. Miasma, this is. I can't remember, I think they might have been Austrian, this band. I'm not too sure. They're on an Austrian label, but I can't really recall Miasma. Fucking snotty nose. MOD. This is a bloody cool EP. Surfing MOD. I loved this one back in the day. A bit of daftness. I remember seeing them on this tour with Suicidal Tendencies. I think it was 88 at the Astoria. Suicidal Tendencies in MOD. I bought a t-shirt actually, which is probably long ago I've grown out of, I should think. Hold on, we're back on Megadeth again. This is really out of order, isn't it? Yeah, here's some more Megadeth. Holy Wars, Rust in Peace, that kind of thing. Yeah, Rust in Peace, this one. Their last decent album, I reckon. After that, they just turned to crap. More MOD. Gross Misconduct. They were kind of like a punky, hardcore thrash crossover, weren't they? And another MOD. I quite like them. Rhythm of Fear. Bit of damage on that one. Someone must have poured some bloody beer on it at a party or something. Sodom. Monstrosity. Awesome bloody death metal band. This was the band that Corpse Grinder come from, isn't it? I'm sure he must have been on this album. This is before his days with George Corpse Grinder on vocals. God, he looks young there. It's because he is young there, I suppose. Young and actually, I'm assuming that's him in the middle, but I'm not too sure now. I think that might be him, but whoever, they all look young there, whoever they are, and a lot skinnier. That's time though, isn't it? Eh? That's the ravages of time. Right, Morbid Angel. Can't beat a bit of Altars of Madness. Right, more Morbid Angel. Blessed Are the Sick. Now, I meant to mention this when I showed you the Hexenhaus when I was going for my H's. I'm pretty sure Hexenhaus is like a German technical thrash band. I've got the same album cover for one of their albums as this one for Blessed Are the Sick. I meant to sort of mention it as a kind of, I don't know, Easter egg, well, I don't know, or a little fucking factum. I don't fucking know what I'm trying to say. Yeah, but I forgot. Yeah, good thing I did as well, because I fucking fucked it up anyway, didn't I? So, but yeah, pretty sure that vinyl has got the same cover as an old Hexenhaus album. I can't remember which one came first though. I kind of think the Hexenhaus might have come before that album, but yeah, I probably think it would have done, because Morbid Angel a lot more well known, and if Hexenhaus had known that they'd had an album out of that artwork, they probably wouldn't have done it. Whereas Morbid Angel may not have known about Hexenhaus's album with that artwork. But anyway, it's a bit of trivia. That's the fucking word I was looking for, trivia. Very trivial if it comes from me. Mortal Sin. Yeah, a couple of albums by Mortal Sin. Australia's finest thrash exports. Unless you prefer Hobbs Angel of Death, of course. Yeah, but these are quite cool. They've got a couple of decent songs on. Not super memorable. I remember seeing them at the Hammersmith Odeon. I think they might have played with Forbidden and Death Angel, maybe around the Act 3 time, I'm not too sure. But they were decent live, and they had one track called I Am Immortal, which is a fucking banger. But then saying that, nothing else really comes to mind about their stuff, to be honest. But I Am Immortal is a fucking cool track. I must have liked them a fair bit, because I've got all 3 of their albums. I don't think they had any more than this. Yes. Every dog has his day. Mortification, more Australian stuff. Holy death metal from Australia. Mortal Sin. Mortal Skull, isn't it? Yeah, Mortal Skull, Mortal Sin. That was Mortal Sin I just did. Mortal Skull. Yeah, American death metal, good stuff. I think they split and I think they reformed again actually, but I could be wrong. Well, I'm going to have to crack on because my battery's running low. More Mortal Skull. As Humanity Fades, that one. Quite interesting artwork. Right, Motorhead, one of the earliest albums I ever got. When I first started branching out from Iron Maiden, I got this album, Motorhead, and yeah, I quite liked them at the time, but I didn't really sort of buy a lot more of their albums, to be honest. I kind of got into the heavier stuff, although I appreciated them for what they did and their stuff. I wasn't really sort of buying it an awful lot, and I think other than seeing them once, the first, like in '88, I don't think I saw them again till Bloodstock, I don't know, 25 years later or something. I can't even see, this is Mortuary, I think. Mortuary. Got cut off corner there. I think that's a death metal band. I can't remember where they're from though. Mournblade is another one of these rocking bands that were doing the scene, playing at the Standing in Walthamstow. Yeah, I bought it, did not grab me at all. Too fucking soft for my tastes. So yeah, not really been played much that well at all probably. Like Mutilation, Finnish death thrash, I think. There you go, Mutilation. My Dying Bride, awesome. Doom Death. So that's the what's one is this? This is the single, The Thrash of Naked Limbs. Yeah, this is the EP, The Thrash of Naked Limbs. Which should probably be in the wrong place. I think it should be after this one. Symphonia Infernus et Spira Imperium. It says on the back, in case you're wondering. I didn't remember that off my memory, because we all know my memory is shit. Yeah, here we go. My Dying Bride. Actually, is that the album or is that the bloody another single? Another EP, I can't even remember now. This was the first album, wasn't it? As the Flower Withers. I think that other one was an EP as well. I think this is the album. But yeah, they were good back in the day. I think they got a bit naff as well later on, to be honest. Not quite so much death in the Doom Death, you know what I mean? Is this the last one? Oh yeah, it's a Gatefold. Another My Dying Bride. Is it Turn Loose the Swans, maybe? I don't know. It's got a swan on the cover, and I vaguely remember them having an album called Turn Loose the Swans. It's got a song on it called Turn Loose the Swans, so let's just imagine this is called Turn Loose the Swans. I think it is. Yeah, that's it. That is all my M's. Sorry about the sniffing, but I've got a fucking irritation up my nose. I've got a fucking cold coming on. What a cunt. Anyway, come back tomorrow to check out one of my demo tapes. Thursday you can come back and I will tell you about some free metal you can download for free, my favourite price. And then Sunday, make sure you listen to my podcast, High Speed Hangover Podcast. The link will be in the blog below. Go to the blog, listen to my podcast. La 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 la. I shouldn't have sung, should I? Because I just made a shitty video even worse. Anyway, cheers for watching.